Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Winners, losers as Cowboys hold off Giants 20-15 on Thursday Night Football. With the Dallas Cowboys' 20-15 win over the New York Giants on Thursday Night Football, quarterback Dak Prescott increased his flawless record over the G-men. Dallas led 14-6 in the first half and looked to be on the way to a rout, but New York managed to keep it close. It came down to the final drive after a rare missed Brandon Aubrey field goal, but Daniel Jones' deep throw got intercepted. The Cowboys moved to 2-2 on the season while the Giants dropped to 1-3. Let's analyze the game further with winners and losers. Prescott's aforementioned record over New York indicated he'd have a good game once again. That was proven to be the case, as the Cowboys star threw for an efficient 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no picks on 22 of 27 completions. He was only sacked once. It was the type of game Prescott needed against a defense that isn't as elite, with CeeDee Lamb and Jake Ferguson also getting involved with 7 catches apiece. Lamb, specifically, hauled in a 55-yard catch and score in the second quarter. The Giants, perhaps on a rare note, flourished with ease when throwing the ball. Daniel Jones completed 29 of 40 passes for 281 yards, his most air yardage this season, and the late aforementioned pick. Despite that success, the Giants could not capitalize with touchdowns. They went 0-for-2 in the red zone and had to settle for 5 field goals despite having high possession. Fortunately, Greg Joseph made all 5 attempts along of 52, but the Giants may feel like they could have came away with more. Called up twice, Amani Oruwariye's INT ices the game. He started the day on the practice. He started the game as a backup. But cornerback Amani Oruwariye ended the night as one of the heroes of the game, sealing the Cowboys' 20-15 win with an interception near the goal line in the final seconds. What a whirlwind for the veteran, who actually spent last season with the Giants. But in his first game with the Cowboys, he found himself playing the second half, and was a frequent target for the New York passing game. "Oh, I knew I was going to get targeted," Oruwariye said. "If they have Trayvon Diggs on the other side, I knew I was going to get my fair share of work. Like I said, I was trying to get myself mentally ready and kind of knock off the rust, which I felt like I did. And then I got in my groove, felt comfortable out there, and went on from there." He joined the Cowboys before the start of the season, but has been on the practice squad for the first 3 games. However, with Darren Bland on his 4th game on IR, coupled with Kalen Carson suffering a shoulder injury, it forced the Cowboys to elevate a corner from the practice squad. They chose Oruwariye, one of 3 cornerbacks on the practice squad. "This morning they let me know. It was a possibility on Wednesday, but they let me know this morning that it was a go," Oruwariye said. "So I just tried to get my mind right and get ready for the game." But to start the game, the Cowboys went with Andrew Booth at cornerback. He played the first half but gave up a few plays, including a bomb on the first drive to rookie Malik Nabers. After halftime, with the Cowboys leading 14-9, they made the switch to Oruwariye, who opened up the third quarter at left corner. "I knew they were going to come right at me," he said. "I expected that. But I started to get more comfortable as the game went on." Oruwariye finished the game with 3 tackles, including a tackle for loss that led to one of the Giants' 5 field goals. But his night ended with a game-sealing interception off Daniel Jones at the 4-yard line with just 5 seconds left. "When the ball's in the air, it's 100% going to me. It's not a 50-50 ball," he said. "I'm trying to get it. I've been doing it since college. I feel confident in my ball skills. Once I saw they threw the ball up in the air, I just did as an opportunity to make a play. An opportunity he wasn't sure he was even going to get when the day, or the game, began." In summary, win against the Giants, Micah Parsons' injury and more. Any victory is beautiful, no matter how ugly it sometimes is. Desperately needing to get the train moving again, the Cowboys traveled to the Meadowlands to face the Giants in a Thursday night game. And apparently playing with more determination, Dallas overcame the stalemate, as well as a series of penalties and erratic time of possession, to claim a 20-15 victory over rival New York. In a game that remained close all night, both quarterbacks were efficient, with Dallas' Dak Prescott completing 81.5% of his passes for 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 125.5 passer rating. Meanwhile, the Giants' Daniel Jones totaled 281 yards with a 72.5 completion rate for an 81.4 rating. Prescott found his connection again with CeeDee Lamb, as the star wide receiver emerged from a mini-slump with 7 catches for 98 yards and a touchdown. Tight end Jake Ferguson also had 7 receptions, giving him 49 receiving yards. On the defensive side of the ball, the Cowboys allowed just 26 yards on 24 carries, an impressive average of 1.1 yards per carry. The Giants tried to take advantage of a pair of young cornerbacks in the passing game, with rookie wide receiver Malik Nabers making 12 catches for 115 yards. Still, Dallas defense kept New York out of the end zone to help secure the victory. Overall, the Giants outscored the Cowboys in total yards, 303-293, and dominated time of possession, 35-37 to 23. Dallas also accumulated 11 penalties for 89 yards to New York's 4 for 35. But no matter, the Cowboys emerged victorious where they needed to, on the scoreboard. Unfortunately, not everything was good for the Cowboys on this night. In the third quarter, senior defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence suffered an injury to his right foot and, although he remained sidelined, did not return to the game. "It's just a foot sprain, but I'll be fine," Lawrence said. "We'll use these 10 days off to prepare for another big game in Pittsburgh next week." Then, late in the fourth quarter, star defender Micah Parsons was helped off the field and eventually taken to the locker room. The good news is that X-rays on the ankle came back negative, according to Parsons after the game, but he is scheduled to undergo an MRI on Friday once the team returns to Dallas. "I just iced it," the 3-time All-Pro quarterback said. "I know very little. I'll have an MRI tomorrow. I'll try to play again next week." And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Micah Parsons? Leave your opinion in the comments.